Today we will talk about life and history of Geronimo Goyaate. Geronimo, also known as Goyaate, the one who yawns, was one of the most famous and revered Native American leaders in the history of the American Southwest. Born into the Bedonko band of the Chiricahua Apache tribe, Geronimo's life spanned a period of intense conflict between Native Americans and the encroaching forces of the United States and Mexico. His relentless resistance and strategic acumen made him a symbol of Native American defiance and resilience. This comprehensive exploration delves into the key aspects of Geronimo's life, his resistance against U.S. and Mexican forces, and his enduring legacy. Early life and background. Geronimo was born on June 16, 1829, in what is now Arizona, but was then part of Mexico. He belonged to the Bedonko band of the Apache tribe. His birth name, Goyaate, translates to one who yawns. The Apaches, a group of culturally related Native American tribes, inhabited the southwestern United States and northern Mexico, living a nomadic lifestyle that relied heavily on hunting, gathering, and raiding. Geronimo's early years were shaped by the traditions and customs of the Apache people. He was trained in the skills necessary for survival in the harsh desert environment, including hunting, tracking, and horseback riding. From a young age, Geronimo exhibited strong leadership qualities and a deep commitment to his people. Personal tragedy and transformation. In 1851, a significant event changed the course of Geronimo's life and fueled his animosity towards Mexican and later American authorities. During a trading trip to the Mexican town of Llanos, a group of Mexican soldiers attacked the Apache camp, killing Geronimo's mother, wife, and 3 children. This tragedy profoundly affected Geronimo and ignited a lifelong vendetta against those he held responsible for the loss of his family. Following this devastating attack, Geronimo became a fierce and determined warrior. He joined forces with other Apache leaders, including Cochise and Mangus Coloradas, to exact revenge on Mexican forces. His reputation as a skilled and relentless fighter grew, and he became a key figure in the Apache resistance against both Mexican and American encroachment on their lands. The Apache Wars. The period known as the Apache Wars spanned several decades, from the early 1850s to the late 1880s. These conflicts were characterized by a series of skirmishes, raids, and battles between the Apache tribes and the military forces of Mexico and the United States. Geronimo played a central role in these conflicts, leading numerous raids and engaging in guerrilla warfare tactics. Fighting the Mexicans. Geronimo's early years as a warrior were primarily focused on fighting Mexican forces. He participated in numerous raids against Mexican settlements, avenging the deaths of his family members and defending Apache territory. His knowledge of the terrain, combined with his strategic acumen, made him a formidable opponent. The Mexican government, unable to contain the Apache resistance, resorted to brutal tactics, further escalating the violence. Conflict with the United States. As the United States expanded westward in the mid-19th century, tensions between the Apache and American settlers increased. The U.S. government's policy of forced relocation and the establishment of reservations exacerbated these tensions. The Apaches, who valued their nomadic lifestyle and independence, resisted these efforts to confine them to specific areas. In the 1870s, the U.S. military intensified its efforts to subdue the Apache tribes. Geronimo emerged as a prominent leader in the resistance, conducting a series of daring raids and eluding capture time and again. His ability to evade the U.S. Army and continue his campaigns of resistance made him a symbol of Native American defiance. Capture and escapes. Geronimo's ability to evade capture became legendary despite numerous military campaigns aimed at apprehending him. He and his followers managed to escape time after time. His intimate knowledge of the rugged terrain of the Southwest allowed him to outmaneuver his pursuers. In 1877, Geronimo was captured and sent to the San Carlos Reservation in Arizona. However, the harsh conditions and lack of freedom on the reservation were intolerable to them. In 1878, he escaped and resumed his resistance efforts, leading his followers in a series of raids across Arizona, New Mexico, and Mexico. Final surrender. By the mid-1880s, the relentless pursuit by U.S. forces, coupled with dwindling resources and the toll of constant warfare, began to take its toll on Geronimo and his followers. In 1886, General Nelson A. Miles launched a comprehensive campaign to capture Geronimo. Utilizing Apache scouts who had been co-opted by the U.S. military, General Miles was able to track Geronimo's movements more effectively. On September 4, 1886, Geronimo, along with a small group of his followers, finally surrendered to General Miles in Skeleton Canyon, Arizona. This surrender marked the end of the Apache resistance and the conclusion of the Apache Wars. Geronimo's surrender was a significant event, symbolizing the end of an era of Native American resistance to U.S. expansion. Life in captivity. Following his surrender, Geronimo and his followers were transported to various military installations, including Fort Marion in Florida and Fort Sill in Oklahoma. Life in captivity was a stark contrast to the freedom Geronimo had known. He was separated from his homeland and faced the daily challenges of confinement and cultural assimilation. Despite these hardships, Geronimo adapted to his new circumstances. He became a prominent figure, drawing public attention and curiosity. He participated in several public events, including the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis, where he was exhibited as a Wild West attraction. Although these events were exploitative, they provided Geronimo with a platform to share his story and advocate for his people. Geronimo's legacy. Geronimo died on February 17, 1909, at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. His life and legacy continue to be a source of inspiration and controversy. Geronimo is remembered as a symbol of resistance and resilience, embodying the spirit of Native American defiance against oppression. Controversies and interpretations. Geronimo's life and actions have been subject to various interpretations. Some view him as a hero who valiantly resisted the forces of colonization and fought for his people's freedom. Others criticize his tactics, which included raids on settlements and acts of violence. The complexity of Geronimo's legacy reflects the broader complexities of Native American history and the struggle for justice and autonomy. Symbol of Native American resistance. For many Native Americans, Geronimo remains a powerful symbol of resistance and resilience. His determination to defend his homeland and way of life, despite overwhelming odds, continues to resonate. Geronimo's story serves as a reminder of the injustices faced by Native American communities and the enduring spirit of resistance that persists to this day. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.